everybody, welcome to Simple Hobby Homesteading. I am Jenna and today we are going to plant peas. It is the end of February and definitely time to get these peas in the ground, and we're going to sow some in a container. So in case we have some folks who are living the homesteading life in town and do container gardening, I'm going to show you how you can still plant these awesome snowbird peas, otherwise known as snow peas, and sugar snap peas. These are cold hardy, frost resistant, so it makes it perfect for like mid-February through all of March, all of April, all of May planting, and then also late summer, get some more in, and you can grow these all through the fall and even through the early winter. Now, people are like, okay, what am I going to do with snow peas and sugar snap peas? I don't even like peas. These are different than your regular like garden peas. These have a real sweet flavor and they're so good fresh right out of the garden. If you want to get your kids hooked on vegetables, these are the best thing to start with because you can eat these out of the garden and they've got that sweet taste, and you can also bring them in and saute them up with some butter. Garlic goes really well. I love the garlic parmesan peas just sauteed with butter. You can even put lemon on these. Italian seasoning is really good with this. And so there are so many ways to cook if you want to cook these snow peas and sugar snap peas, but just raw, they are phenomenal. I mean, even just without any dip, or you can dip them in some ranch or some hummus. They're just phenomenal. So you've got to get these in the garden, even if you don't like I don't like regular garden peas. I don't like them. I've never liked them. They remind me of old people food, and I don't like them. And so, but I love the snow pea varieties and the sugar snap peas. So, and I'll pick a handful of these while I'm gardening up in the garden, and that's my snack up there, and it's so good. So we are going to jump outside and do those here in just a second. But first, I want to let you know, I tried, if you watched my Winter FabFitFun box unboxing, I think it was the winter one, this Spongel Fresh Pear Beyond Cleansing. It's like a loofah with the body wash stuff already in it, and they call it a buffer. And buffer plus body wash. And I tried it this morning in the shower, and it is phenomenal. I am a super fan of this. Let me get you nice and close so you can see it. Yes, I love this. So if you find these anywhere, especially if they're on sale somewhere, grab some of these. It is really more like a massage than it is like a regular loofah. It just feels so good, and it's a little more fine than like a rough loofah sponge. And I just love it. I absolutely love it. And it feels like there's going to be a lot of that body wash in there. And so I think it's going to last quite a while. But I love this. Absolutely love it. And we're going to try two things real quick. Two little snack things. Now we've got a sweet and we've got a savory. The sweet is Twizzlers. This just reminded me of spring. It's key lime pie filled Twizzlers. I'm not sure if I like this. Oh, there's a press to close. Pull bag apart towards the top. Easy press to close. I'm going to screw that up. Oh, there's like a tape thing. I don't know. I'm just going to open it the way I open all Twizzlers. And that's just like a bear. Just open them like a bear. Okay, so first of all, aesthetics. These look disgusting because I'm going to show you up close. They seem to have like an ooze coming out. Look, it's like a tip of ooze. And that looks like pus to me. So that looks, okay, already I've grossed myself out. Oh, I don't want to eat it now. I said the word pus. And that's exactly what it looks like. And now I don't want to eat it. Okay, I'm going to eat it because maybe it tastes great. It doesn't smell, it smells like a candle, like wax. Okay, I'm going to try it. I'm just thinking pus. Okay. It's got a lime, like a fake lime taste. But I think I got to the middle and it's like a... okay, I'm sorry. Hold on. I got to the middle and it was a different texture. And I had said... Have you ever, like, where you gross yourself out or psych yourself out before you ever even get to something? That's what I did. I grossed myself out, psyched myself out. As soon as I got to the middle and it was that different texture, I just thought pus. And okay, so now I've got my queasy stomach. Okay, I need something dry. Oh, crackers. Okay, the reason I grabbed these Ritz Crisp and Thins crackers is because they were an Ibotta deal, where I got a good amount of money back. I can't remember how much now, from Ibotta for just buying these and trying them. And so, or just buying them. They don't care if I try them. But the concept is something I think I would like. Ritz Crisp and Thins sea salt. And so I like Ritz, just plain Ritz, because they're vegan, even though they have that buttery taste, they're vegan. And I didn't even check to see if these are vegan, but I'm tolerating dairy okay right now, so even if there's a little bit of dairy in here, I'm fine. And I know there's no mammal, so I'm good there as far as meat goes. Okay, so I'm going to try, once again, I usually open chip bags and other things like a bear. I just kind of rip them open. I'm not gentle at all. So Ritz Crisp and Thins, and I think these are still on Ibotta. It's February 27th right now, and I think these are still an Ibotta deal. So if you do Ibotta, jump on, you can grab these too and try them. This is the sea salt version. There's other different versions, but I like just plain sea salt, most chips. Airy. But they do have, okay. They do have an aftertaste, or a middle and aftertaste of either onion or garlic, or a mixture of both. There's more than just sea salt here. Yeah, it's onion. Yeah, it's an onion. I'm looking at the recipes here, and it does have whey in it, so it's not vegan. But yeah, sea salt, flavor, yeast extract, onion powder. Yeah, I'm tasting that onion powder really strong in here. So it's not bad, but I can imagine this leaving my breath less than to be desired. That didn't come out right, but you know what I mean. Stinky breath. They're good. I don't think I would sit down. Well, they kind of grow on you. I was going to say I don't think I'd sit down and eat a whole bag of them, but they are kind of good. They'd be good with a dip. They'd be good with like some veggies and hummus, and go back and forth between these, the hummus, and the veggies. That's what I will probably use them for. They're nice and light and airy, and I do like that. So I'm calling these a win. These are cool. I'll get more of those. This I psyched myself out, and probably because I said it, else I psyched you out too. So I'm sorry about that. But I'm sorry. I can't turn back time. Okay, so we're gonna head out to the garden now and do some fun planting with sugar peas. Okay folks, I came out to do the snow pea video, planting snow peas, and everybody was just so loud. And so I went ahead and gave them another little portion of morning feed so that they would just be quiet so that you guys could hear me do the video, you know? So now they're all munching away quietly, and we have probably 10 minutes of video time before they all start hollering again with me being out. They just want to be with me. They want food. They know they associate me with food. They associate me with love and cuddles. And so when I'm out, they just scream and holler to be with me. And I'm going to be in the garden, so they can't be with me today because they'll just wreak havoc in the garden. So the goats are happy, and you see a few little chickens in there. Now we're going to go see the pigs. And now, if you thought goats could holler, I'm telling you, pigs can give them a run for their money in the hollering and yelling department. These guys were hollering so loud, and I knew I was not going to be able to get any kind of video work done with them. And so we gave them another extra helping of breakfast as well. So now, once again, we have, maybe with these guys, about 5 minutes of videotaping time before they start hollering again for either food or love or cuddles. When I'm out here, all the animals, they just holler. they want attention. So we're going to jump on the peas right now so we can get that done. Here we go. All right, now we fenced in our garden area last year with this nice fencing, perimeter fencing, and it's worked so well by keeping the goats out, the rabbits out. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 different doors at different parts of the garden, so I can get in from any different angle without having to walk all the way around the fencing. We want to get the snow peas in, but you can see, oh my goodness, where we got the snow peas in last year and where they do really, really well, it is just covered with all sorts of stuff. So as far as weeds, old weeds and things like that, so we need to clear that out before we actually get our snow peas in. So let's do that. Now, when you see me picking off stuff off my gloves, look at those little cockaburs. That is God's Velcro, I swear. And actually, scientists, when they were doing Velcro, this is what they base that off of. These just stick like crazy, little cockaburs. Love them and hate them. Well, I don't love them at all. I just hate them. Okay, folks, we are planting first some sugar snap peas. Now, these can be planted anytime, I would say mid-February. It is almost, what is it today? The 26th of February, and I'd say that's even late for me. But I usually get my first batch in the middle of February, but that's okay. We're getting them in now, and that's fine. And you can get these anytime through March, April. May would probably be the last time you want to get them in because the hot sun of southern Indiana, June and July, is not going to do well with these guys. But then early fall, you want to get them in again because they often go well through the fall, which is really nice with these sugar snap peas. And what's nice about these too is it's very quick when these little seedlings come up. Within about a week or two, you've got seedlings coming up, and so that's why I love it's like instant gratification, right? So you want full sun for these in the early spring and in the early fall and through early winter. You definitely, cat, stop rubbing on the thing. You definitely want full sun. So I'm going to show you what to do here. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I am simply, and these go about an inch deep, an inch or two deep. And we've got a trellis here. This is just simply plastic coated garden fencing that I had some extra of. These sugar snap peas and most of your, most of your spring and fall snap peas, or snow peas, whichever you want to call them. There's two different kinds and things. But they're climbers. Let's just say real quick, they're climbers. And so they need some sort of trellis to climb up. Even when you're doing a container gardening with them, you need to put some kind of trellis either behind them or in there with them so they can climb up it. So what we're going to do is we need a stick. Looky there. I can't hate on the cockaburs too much because I just got a cockabur stick to use. I don't know if it'll stand up very well. But what I do, about 6 inches apart, I just put a little hole and then I put a seed down in there. So I'm going to do all my holes first, and then I'll put that seed down in there. And I put it pretty close to the fencing. And then on the other side, I'm going to put another hole in between these. So it's kind of like a patchwork, or kind of like a cross section, I don't know, what word am I looking for? And I love this. This is really good soil, and I'm going to top it with some really fine, nice, organic composted soil, which will be really, really nice. They do so well over here. Okay, so I've got all my holes in. So now I'm simply going to rip off the top. And these little seeds, the nice thing about pea seeds is they're quite big. Look how big those are. They're quite big, so they're easy to get down in those holes. So I'm going to start on this end, just drop it in. And now people ask, what can you do with sugar snap peas? Why plant these? There's almost a sweetness to these peas. And so they're so good just to munch on straight out of the garden. If you want to get your kids into eating veggies, this is one of the most perfect veggies to just pick out of the garden and just eat. I gotta remember where I put that last one. And just eat straight out of the garden. There's something about picking straight out of the garden and eating that's just exciting, and it'll get kids into it. These are also so good to saute in a stir fry. Super good. And I'll put a bunch of recipes in the description for them. But I love them raw, in salads or just to snack on, even with some hummus. And they're so nutritious for you. Lots of vitamins and minerals in these sugar snap peas and snow peas. Ground is cool, but that's okay. They like cold. And they'll even go through a frost pretty well, a light frost. Right now we're not getting any hard frosts, which is good. So if you're in southern Indiana, northern Kentucky, southern Indiana, or more southern than that, you need to get your snow peas in the ground, for sure. All right, so now we just need to get some soil to cover over the top of those. Okay, and for some topsoil stuff, we use, this wonderful composted soil, which is just composted dirt, and we mix in some rabbit droppings. Those rabbit droppings are a cold fertilizer, so they're not going to burn the plants with too much nitrogen when they do start coming up. You wouldn't want to put straight cow poo or horse poo right on here because that would definitely burn the plants when they came up because that's just too much nitrogen. You can put composted horse poo, cow poo, but we don't want to put just straight out of the critter horse or cow. Goat is a nice cold fertilizer. Rabbit is a nice cold fertilizer. And so those can go straight on, just mixed in with the dirt. And that you see a little bit of hay in here too. And that's because our caged rabbits, we have a bunch of rabbits at free range on the farm, but our caged rabbits eat a diet predominantly of fresh grasses that we pick for them, and hay, and not a whole lot of pellets because of the fresh greens and stuff that we give to them. So honestly, for snow peas, this is it, folks. Or sugar snap peas, I should say. This is it, folks. We just put the soil on top, and then we wait about a week, and we're going to see some amazing seedlings come up. And I'm going to sow that other side of the fence, and then after we harvest all of the peas, we take them out and we do another round. And we've also got different places on the farm that we're doing more. And so this is just one spot, and I love it. So yay, sugar snap peas. Love them. Hey everybody, we are going to do some snow peas in a container. I'm going to show you some container gardening just in case you don't have the room or the capability to be able to sow directly in the ground like we already did. And so one thing you need is a container. You need plenty of drainage in this container. If you want, you can take this little tray off at the bottom. If you want, it doesn't matter. That just kind of helps collect some of the dirt, but we want plenty of drainage to be able to come out of this. And with these, if it's a real thick plastic, that's wonderful, that you don't need this little guard, not really guard, but little support structure. But if you have a little bit of a thinner plastic tray or container, then this little metal thing that fits right in there is really nice because it prevents these edges from bowing out. When they get too much soil in, they tend to bow out. And so the thinner plastic has these little supports, which you want. Those are wonderful. And so some of the thicker plastic doesn't need those, but we're going to have this container, which does. So with the snow peas, the same thing as the sugar snap peas, you need some kind of trellis. I found this old wire sitting over in our junk pile, and it hadn't gone to the dump yet. And so I'm glad it hadn't, because I'm going to use this as a trellis, and right now I'm trimming, and so I'm going to continue trimming with just these little nippers. I'm going to continue trimming to get it down to the size that I need for a trellis for our snow peas. Okay, now that we got this wire cut for our trellis for these snow peas, I'm going to put a little bit of our soil, which is just our composted soil mixed with some rabbit droppings. I'm going to put just a little bit on the bottom here, along the bottom. Okay, oh, look at this soil. It is amazing. I'm going to get some along the bottom. Here we go. And now we are going to fit our trellis in here. Here we go. Looks like a old-fashioned covered wagon a little bit. So to kind of help this trellis stay in place and to help our container not get too wide in the middle, I'm going to stick the little support post right in its hole right there. And that's going to help the wire stay in place too. Come on, go in. And let's get it over here. Ooh, careful, this wire tends to be sharp, so don't catch yourself on it. There we go. And like I said, that's going to help this container not bow out in the middle when we put the soil and stuff in. All right, now the peas we're using for our box here are going to be snow peas. Common variety is snowbird peas, and these are sown the same way that we did those other peas, 2 to 6 inches apart depending on how many rows you do. They do need full sun, and they germinate, or they come up within, again, 7 to 14 days is when those little seedlings start coming up. So we are so happy to get these in the ground, and like the the other peas, these can be sown in March, and then also they can be sown in late summer, early fall to get you through fall and well into winter with our snow peas. And same kind of thing with stir fry, eating raw. These are so, so good and so good for you. So over here, now I want to sow these on the outside so that they climb up and around on the outside of this little cage. And so what I am going to do when I fill in the dirt is I am going to push this in just a bit so that it stands kind of up like that. That's going to work really well. So I'm going to start filling in some of this wonderful organic compost with rabbit droppings, fresh rabbit droppings. What I'm going to do, I'm going to use my whole body. Just push that forward. What I might do is I might stand up. You might lose my head. My head might get chopped off. That's okay. We're going to use our whole body for this little endeavor. Now, when you fill boxes or planters, you don't want to fill them all the way up, because otherwise when you water, you just end up, the dirt ends up just overflowing right over. We don't want that. So, and we do want to be able to just set these little seeds on and then put another level of soil on top of them. So we're just going to fill to about an inch or two above. And you don't need much room. I would say just an inch or two on the sides to sow your seeds. And we'll fill in the middle of this trellis here in a minute. I hear my rooster. Hello, guys. That rooster makes those clucking noises to tell the hens there's something good to eat right there. Okay, this looks so good. Okay, now we've got the edges filled. Now we are going to fill that middle. I hear you, pigs. Okay, we're going to fill the middle. And you can use anything for a trellis. You can use sticks. You can use sticks like in a teepee style, going up and just tied with twine or string or whatever. Just anything for those plants to climb. They want to climb. Okay, yay. Now it is time. I got a little full here. That's okay. We'll just kind of get it pushed through there. All right, it's time to put the seed down now. So I'm just going to put these snow peas, down a couple inches apart, and then just kind of push them down. I'm going to push them down about an inch, half an inch or so, and then just put some nice loose soil over the top of them. So, here we go. Alrighty, and as you can see, we've got them sewn in. The battery died on the camera, so I had to go recharge it. Cat, don't do that. Trace, back off, Trace. So we got them sewn right there. You can see the row of seeds. And I'm going to push those down just a little bit more. And then we are going to put some nice soil on top and water them in. And I might do another row on the inside. I think I can get away with doing like 1 or 2 rows even on the inside. And people ask, well, how do they climb up on the trellis? They have like these little tendrils that grow out of them, and as the wind blows them, the tendrils catch on whatever trellis or tree branch or whatever they can catch onto, and it's really nice, and then they just cling to it. They've just got like a clinging quality. So I'm going to push these down just a little bit more, because we're not going to add a ton of soil on top. So I filled it nice and deep. And just see how that goes on the inside. Now when I sow them on the inside, it might be a little hard to harvest them in the middle. So actually I think I'm just going to sow 1 line down the middle, because otherwise it's going to be hard to harvest, to stick my hand in if they get too thick. And this has got to go in a sunny location. So rather than take up garden space in my garden, I'm going to set this probably up on my picnic table in a sunny area and let it just do its thing. Now we're just going to put some of this loose dirt mixed with rabbit poo. We're just going to put that on top, water it in, and call it a day. Well done, everyone. Just remember, do what you can with what you have where you are, because the homesteading lifestyle can be done anywhere. You guys have a great day. Bye-bye. look at this, folks. I'm so excited. I was walking over to finish the Sugar Snap peas, and I noticed that our frog's belly is starting to come up. That's otherwise known as sedum. The butterflies and the bees absolutely love these flowers, and it's a hardy perennial that comes back year after year. So I'm so excited to see these frogs' bellies. Oh, look at that. There's more frog's belly. Where is it? There it is. Oh, it's so neat. And there's a nice fig tree. Oh, my fig tree is doing outstanding. I can't wait till it gets some leaves. Oh, I can't believe I grossed myself out. Oh, with that Twizzlers. Kevin or Jackson, do you want some lime Twizzlers? They look like they have pus in the middle of them. Cat, stop. Who is that? That's Uno. Stop it, Uno.